You visit an old friend. As you sit down, you sense something is wrong. They smile, but it's forced. You gently ask, "What's going on?" And they finally open up about a recent struggle. At this moment, you have two choices: show sympathy or empathy. A sympathetic statement would be, "It sounds really tough." Whereas an empathetic statement is, "I'm here for you. I'm trying to understand what you're going through." Now, to understand which choice to make and why, let's talk a little bit about sympathy and empathy, which is our topic for today. So, welcome to Explore with Aisha. Today, we'll explore what empathy is and why it really matters, how it is different from sympathy, and why it is a game changer in human connection. Whether it's a friendship, workplace, or even random encounters, understanding and practicing empathy can make a significant difference. So stay tuned till the end for simple yet powerful ways to show you truly care. Watch now and let's create a more understanding world together. But before we start the blog, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can spread the information. Now, let's start with defining empathy and sympathy separately. Sympathy is feeling for someone, often from a distance. It's when you say, "Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry you're going through this," and then move on. Empathy is different. It's feeling with them. Instead of just acknowledging their pain, you step into their shoes. And you might say, "That sounds really tough. I can only imagine how that feels. Do you want to talk more about it?" That is where empathy steps in. Not just hearing words, but truly listening. So, sympathy is hearing and empathy is listening. Now, a very important question arises, that why empathy matters, why sympathy is not good enough. Empathy matters because it builds deeper connections. It helps others feel less alone. It fosters trust and emotional safety. So, if you really care for someone, you want to build a deeper connection with them. You want to uh, make them feel that they are not alone. And you also want to give them emotional safety and build trust. So, let's go back to the first scenario that I mentioned to understand sympathy and empathy more. In the above scenario, empathy involves actively engaging with your friend's emotion and understanding their feelings. It's about being present and feel what they feel. On the other hand, sympathy would be feeling sorry for your friends, their situation, without truly experiencing their emotions or offering deeper support. So when you say, "It sounds really tough," it's a sympathetic statement. But when you say, "I'm here for you and I'm trying to understand what you are going through," it's an empathetic statement. The right choice of words, it makes all the difference. Let's take another scenario, for example, to understand better the empathetic response. Your friend Sarah, she has just lost her job unexpectedly and she's feeling devastated. She reaches out to you to talk about it. So, first, let's talk about the empathetic response, and then you will see the difference between both empathetic and the sympathetic response to the above situation. You listen attentively as she shares her feeling. You can feel her frustration and sadness as she explains the situation. After she finishes, you respond, "Sarah, I can't imagine how difficult this must be for you. Losing a job is incredibly tough. And it's understandable to feel overwhelmed right now. I'm here for you, and I want to support you through this. Let's talk about what you need and how can I help. We can brainstorm together to find ways to get through this and look for new opportunities. You're not alone in this, and I believe in your strength to overcome this challenge." This response shows empathy by acknowledging her feelings, validating her experience, and offering support from her perspective. It demonstrates a deeper connection and understanding compared to more distant sympathetic response. Now, let's give you some examples of positive statements showing empathy, because using the right words it can make all the difference. Instead of saying, I know exactly how you feel, which may or may not be true, try, I can only imagine how difficult this for you. Or, that sounds really tough. I'm here for you. Or, I hear you. You're not alone in this. Or, it's okay to feel this way. I'm listening. I appreciate you sharing this with me. So these all statements are positive statements that create an empathetic atmosphere for your friends or your loved ones. These statements also create a space where people feel truly heard and valued. Through these positive statements, you can acknowledge feelings, validate emotions, offer support, and encourage the other person. So let's give you an example of how you can, with these positive statements, acknowledge feelings. So for that, you can say, I can see that you are really upset. It's okay to feel that way. So in this way, you are acknowledging their feelings. The second one is how to validate their emotion through a statement. You can say, it's perfectly normal to feel overwhelmed in this situation. You can also offer support through your statements. For example, I'm here for you. Let's figure this out together. You can also encourage the other person through your statements. For example, you have handled tough situations before, and I believe you can get through this too. So, with the right choice of words, you can create a positive space for them where you are acknowledging their feelings, validating their emotions, you're offering support, as well as you are encouraging them. So, now let's do a quick test to see if what you have learned from the above description of empathy and sympathy. I will give you a scenario with two statements. You have to pick and choose which statement is more effective, which can acknowledge their feelings, which can validate them, which can offer support, as well as which can encourage them. Let's get started. Okay, scenario one. Your friend Alex just went through a tough breakup and is feeling really down. Alex reaches out to you for support. Now, which of these responses shows empathy rather than sympathy? Option A, that's so tough. I'm really sorry you're going through this. Option B, I can only imagine how heartbroken you must feel. I'm here for you, and we can talk about it if you want. You're right. The correct answer is B. It shows empathy by acknowledging and trying to understand Alex's feeling while offering support from their perspective. Option A, on the other hand, is a sympathetic response, expressing care and concern, but from a distance. Now, here's another question for you. Let's read the scenario first. Your colleague Bushra has just learned that they didn't get the promotion they were hoping for. Bushra is feeling very discouraged and confides in you about it. Which response shows empathy rather than sympathy? Option A, that's really unfortunate. I'm sorry you didn't get the promotion. Option B, I can see how disappointing this must be for you. It's okay to feel this way, and I'm here if you want to talk more about it. And the correct answer is B. You're right. You're doing great. It shows empathy by acknowledging Bushra's feeling and offering support from their perspective. Option A, it is a sympathetic response, expressing regret for Bushra's situation, but without deeply connecting to their emotions. Bravo. For both the scenarios, you pick and choose the right response because those responses, they show empathy by acknowledging, validating their feelings, and offering support as well. So next time someone shares something difficult, pause and listen. Respond with empathy, not just words, but with your presence. That's how you make a real difference. And this brings us to the end of our vlog for today. I hope you were able to understand the difference between sympathy and empathy. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel as well. I'll see you very soon with another amazing topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.